Even if I had no idea what you were making, I would be extremely excited based on the ingredients and the smell. Because that smells so amazing. Fortunately, I know what that is. That is Mexican quinoa. And we've been making a lot of it recently. Quinoa is a good alternative to rice. It's good for you. It's helped us kind of cut calories down a little bit. And it's delicious. It's freaking amazing. Hello everyone, and welcome to Thursday. I have an interesting story for you. Mal regularly doesn't get enough sleep, unfortunately. A lot of it has to do with the fact that I tend to get more stuff done at night, and sometimes I'm up a little later, maybe sometimes she's up with me, and basically what happens is she gets in bed too late. It doesn't matter to me, because I can just sleep until I've had 8 hours and get up whenever. But Mal's got to get up and go to work, obviously. Well, she usually comes home and takes a nap because of that. So earlier she was taking a nap, and I went in to check on her after her nap was over. Her alarm went off, and I walked in, and Mal said she was like just waking up, and she was stretching or whatever. And
so I think I'm bleeding.
Yeah, you looked at your fingers, and you said, "Man, why am I covered in blood?" And then I walked up and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And Mal had blood like all over her hand, and I looked at her face, and she had blood, just like a big, I don't know, gob of blood, like on her nose. It was smeared like up her head, and it was on the pillow. And I was like, this seems bad. Don't move. So I dabbed the spot where all the blood was, and there, all the blood was coming out of the bridge of her nose. And there was a little divot there. You know what fit in that little divot? Her ring. Her engagement ring.
That ring.
You don't normally wear that to sleep, but Mal hadn't taken it off whenever she went to lay down, and apparently she must have laid in such a way where, like, I don't even know how you would have laid, but you must have either hit yourself in the face or like laid on your ring or something, enough to cause blood. It was a pretty deep little indenture in your nose too, and it was a little frightening to walk in and there's just blood everywhere. But yeah, that happened. Jewelry is dangerous. Be very careful. I know that I've cut myself on my ring in the past. Because, let me see if I can show you this. My ring is not curved whatsoever. Like on the edges there, it is flat. Whenever I had the ring made, I wanted it to be as close to like a pipe as possible. I wanted something very, very simple, and it's not rounded on the edge. It's just straight up, straight. It's straight on the top, it's straight on the sides. There is nothing particularly special about this ring. There's nothing fancy, and I didn't want anything fancy, but that came with a price. The problem is, in the past, anytime I may have caught my ring on something, which could be something trivial, like if I put my hand down or something, I could catch it there. It's kind of sharp, and there's been times where it's actually pushed into my skin and cut my finger before. So I still don't regret having it completely flat, because that's just what I wanted. I wanted it to be as normal and plain as possible. I actually, whenever I was having the ring made, I said I wanted it to look like a pipe, and it does. It's very, very plain, and I like that. But there has been more than one occasion where I've hurt myself with the ring. And now you have, look at that little spot. That's all from your ring. You are going to have to make sure that when you nap, you take your ring off. Or next time, it may not be the bridge of your nose. It may be like your eye. And that would be bad. So you should be careful. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. And I know it seems weird to just talk about jewelry and call it a day, but today was a big deal for me because I finally finished the Meteora vlog. It's been hanging over my head for quite some time. That means all the Greece vlogs are done. Still a lot of work to do, and I know it's going to be a long time before you guys get this one. So when you get this, I apologize. But I'm working on stuff, getting stuff done, and things are going pretty well right now. I'm just going to stay focused and see how much more I can do. Anyway, if you have any, I guess, fun, maybe not so fun, jewelry-related injury stories. Yeah, I think it's how I should phrase that. Let me know, because that was pretty major as far as I'm concerned. But I know there's also there's a name for it where people have like ripped their fingers off.
It's called degloving.
Degloving? Is that it?
Don't look it up.
Don't look it up. Don't look that up. I've never looked anything up about that, but I've heard of it, where people's fingers get ripped off because of their rings. So it's a little dangerous. I mean, there's some people that they don't get wedding rings. They just get like, they'll get a tattoo of a ring, or maybe just like a dot there. Maybe they have the right idea. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? Because he held up his hand, I gave him like a high five, and I was like, do I know you? And he said, no. He said, I love your shirt. And I looked down and I was like, oh, my shirt.
Nothing. The cult of Hermes is wrong. The number is meaningless. You are leaving?
No mere number can repair the world.